Double A Gamer for Life. We're doing some Skyrim videos, the books of Oblivion, unlimited amount of books at one time. Okay, I'm on my second time through this game. Right now, I'm at a level 80, and I got more money than I know what to do with. The first time through, I found this video or videos on this book that kind of glitches out, and you can get unlimited amount of books. But the thing is, the videos I saw did not mention that you can only do this one time. So, first time I went up there, I was level 21, and it's
Need
a
a
little bit of
ride?
a chore to get up there
Where
at
do you
that
want to go?
level. You know, the wildlife that you encounter, whether it be dragons or bears and possibly
Climb
some
and back, and
trolls,
we'll
are
be
pretty
off.
tough to deal with at that level. Now I'm a level 80,
You
so
best
I don't
hurry it
really
up.
have that particular issue. And the reason
Couldn't
why I'm
ask
doing
for
it
better weather.
this level, the videos were pretty dark. Uh, Once you get to Winterhold, most likely if you're early in the game, low level, you may not have Winterhold open or whatever. Just take a carriage right up here. 50 coins get you up here. And it spawns you right in this spot here. Winterhold, you got two direction. One's going to take you right to the college. The other takes you in the direction where we're heading. Okay, so that's the direction we're heading. Basically, when you spawn in, we're heading to the right,
This must be that beautiful Skyrim
taking the path here.
weather
And
I've
there's
always
like
heard
this little
about.
altar way up on the side of the mountain. It's not on the map as a name spot or anything like that, but you'll see it in a short bit. Now, when I first came up here at level 21, I figured, hey, I needed money, and this was supposedly an easier way to do it. After learning the game the way I do, this time through playing it, I didn't bother with this because money is really not a thing. I can't really say exactly how it happened. I just started playing the game. I came across some kind of necklace that gave me 10% buying or 15, and then one of my main focuses on this time through with this walkthrough was that I got to the Riften and I started doing the Thief Guild stuff, doing burglaries and fishing jobs and stuff like that. And I got their hood from their outfit, and that was like another 15 or so percent better buying. Anyway, I don't know. Money was not really an issue right now. I got more money than I could possibly spend. But we're not really here to speak about that. We're here to speak about this Books of Oblivion kind of glitch. And the thing is, once you get up there, you can take as many books. But the thing is, I get a little bored with it. I mean, when I did it the first time, I was on my exercise bike or something like that, and I sat there for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I got like 1,700 books. And I ain't gonna lie, that's basically free money without it really having to do anything. So it's really up to you. I mean, if you want to spend 8 hours there and get 10,000 books, by all means do so. Okay, now obviously you're going to get
Where'd you come
overweighted when you start collecting those kind of books. And I'm going to show you what I did when I did it. I got the beautiful Serrano with me. She's taking care of business over there. Anyway, I brought a horse up here because I think one of the videos I saw, the guy had a horse. And you can fast travel on a horse if you're overweighted. So I brought my horse up here, and I was up there collecting books. And then when I got done collecting books, I turned around, and my horse was nowhere to be found. And I was like, well, ain't that special? All right, so once you get here, I kind of head to the left side a little bit. Just take the rock surface up a little bit. And you don't have to. You can see there's a little bit of a path here. But anyway, I take this little route right here, and then you're going to see the little iron ore vein. And then that's where we kind of turn to the right here and just take the mountainside around to it. Okay, so if you are early in the game and you want to come up here and get these books, obviously, like I'm mentioning, you might have your hands full dealing with the wildlife out here. But once you get to the books, right down the directly north is basically down the mountain is an area where if you go to the College of Winterhold, they take you there. It's not long after you go to the college, the professor's like, we need to go there and have a unique training exercise or opportunity or something to that effect. Anyway, he takes you there, but you don't have to. If it's undiscovered, basically right where the altar is, where you get the books, if you go down and to the left just a little bit, you'll see it. But like right down the hill from where we are is the sightless pit, which does not help us in any way there. Basically, we need to get to a named spot and a place to stash the books so you can fast travel back and forth to get the books. So once you get all the books, whatever number that may be, depending on how many you feel like sitting here to collect. Now, at the end of it, you'll see we come back here. I grab a certain amount of books. I think I go all the way to the other side of the map, go over to Markarth, then Whiterun, and then back to here. And the skeleton's gone to collect the books. So the videos I saw, they didn't really get into that. Just said, it was a book glitch, and you can that. And when you pick it up, I think it says it's worth 50, but depending on your level, it's probably going to be worth somewhere in the $28 to $35 range, depending on your merchant or any of your speech skill points or anything to that effect. If you got any garments that may boost your thing. Now, before doing this, save the game right here because you'll see what happens. And when it comes to Skyrim, save a lot, save often. This game can lock up in a heartbeat on any particular thing and lose whatever that you're doing. So, like if you are collecting the books and you got 100 or 1,000 of them, take a second, save the game, and continue on doing that. All right, so once this guy wakes up, give him a good clubbing, and I don't know, he just like disintegrated, and I can't find any part of his body there, and that's a that's a problem. So we're gonna reload the game here because that's anytime you're doing something important, it's a good idea to do that. Like I said, when I was a level 21, I came up here, and there was a dragon I had to deal with. The dragon was fighting a bear or something to that effect, and then he turned his attention to me. And obviously, I can't sit here and collect books with a dragon up my case, so I had to deal with him. I got rid of the dragon, but on my way down the hill, I had to deal with a bear, and when you're overweighted, that could be a little bit of a chore as well. But I eventually got down to the area that we're going to be heading to here shortly, and I stashed the 1,600 books in a barrel and went to Whiterun, unloaded what I could, and then kept fast traveling back and forth. Now I didn't buy a horse because horses are like followers. It's kind of like an up, they got their good points, they got their bad points, and like if you're needing money, kind of didn't really want to spend $1,000 for a horse. Now, like I said, it's a player's thing. Horses do have their place, but I was doing it for the money, and the last thing I wanted to do was spend $1,000 on a horse. So anyway, I just kept coming back and forth to the area we're going to be going to here shortly. So basically, you just A on it, then hit your B, back out, and just keep doing that. And the book is just here. Now you can, like I said, you can camp here. I would definitely recommend after you get like 100 or 2 books to save the game and then just keep on cooking. And then once you got your final amount, whatever number that may be, I'm not going to sit here. I don't need the money. But when I was doing it, I don't know, I was doing it. I'm like, I'll get the 1,500, 1,600 books. I can't remember the exact amount of books, but it was up there. And then I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sick of this. So, and then save the game and then work my way down the hill here to get to the spot where I could stash the books and then fast travel back and forth to pick them up. Again, I did bring a horse up here my first time around, but when I got fully loaded, I had my books, and I was like, turned around, I'm like, where's my horse? and he was nowhere to be found. So I was on my own getting down the hill with it. Okay, so I think I get like 30 or so books here, and then I'm gonna make a beeline down the hill here. And again, save the game. I cannot stress that enough. Save it a lot, save it often. This game will lock up in a heartbeat. It's happened to me so many times. It's not funny. And if you're doing something important like this where you're trying to build up money, so that's where we're headed, is basically just north and to the left, just a little bit northwest, more north than anything. And then make your way down the hill here. Again, watch out. You know, you're going to have some wildlife. If you go probably over to the left, you could probably take the trail down. But whatever works for you. Right where that little hut is the sightless pit. And I forget exactly, I don't know where I was. I was up in this area, and I'm like, I had to go in there. And I don't remember if it was a book or something, but some kind of side quest took me up into the sightless pit. You know, the game's all about, you know, it's not always about doing the missions or whatever objective you got going on. Sometimes you just want to explore and see what's what, you know, and that's one of the upsides to the game. So I'm like, I got to go in here to see what's going on. A little Falmer, Dwemer type thing going on down there. And it kind of puts you out at some point of the side of the mountain or something. I forget exactly what the deal is there. But anyway, like I said, make your way down. You might want to head over to the left side just a little bit. There's actually the path that takes you down to that area. Once you get there, you can use one of the barrels to stash the books. Again, if you feel like spending the money on a horse and he stays around while you collect the books. But the odds are if you leave the area and you come back, you'll see at the later part of the video, those books are going to be, or that thing is gone. So you need to just hang there and get as many books as you feel like hanging out to do. So and I'm going to say that's free money, but like I said, the second time around, the first time I played the game, I made it up to level 56. And the last, like from 53 to 56, it was real slow. I didn't do the things that I'm doing this time through the game to get as high as I am. I was just like, man, you know, I did everything I could. I was just down to the, you know, the BS quests, and then I was, you know, kind of looking at the areas that I haven't went to yet. So anyway, when I rolled up a second game, I came up here. I'm like, yeah, I ain't doing that book thing. I'm not hanging up there for a few hours just collecting books. And like, as soon as I got out of the gate, on your way to Riverview, you know, there was a mine there. I went in there, and it actually took me like 3 times through it to kill everybody and collect all the loot and stuff. And can't exactly say how I progressed, but I know that getting the Riften was one of my first main things, and getting in with the Thieves Guild. Somewhere along the line, I got a necklace that gave me 10% buying power, buying and selling. So I kept that. And then once you get your Thieves Guild armor, you know, the hood gives you 15% better, or 10%. I don't know exactly what, but between the two, I kept them in my inventory. And I just went off, started playing the game. I wanted to get in with the Thieves Guild because, one, I wanted to get into that, you know, robbing the houses and, you know, doing heists and that kind of thing, and, you know, building up their rapport with them. All right, so I made it down to that area like I mentioned, and I wanted to just make sure that I kind of went all over the map. So I went over to Markarth. Now I'm going to go over to Winterhold, or Whiterun. Okay, Whiterun was like my main hub. This area right in front of the blacksmith, there's 3 barrels. I kind of utilized these barrels up until the point where I had money to buy a house. But that was kind of even up there. I bet I was up in the 20s before I purchased. Even the Breezeway home, it's right there. It's nice, but you know, if you're playing the game, you know, you probably make lots of saves. So you just keep an eye on these barrels. And I haven't really had an issue till later in the game, like when I went off doing the down guard add on and this and that, that the stuff in these barrels disappeared. But by that time, you should have plenty of money to purchase the home somewhere. So,
Must be that
and then one of the
beautiful
other
Skyrim
things,
weather I always heard about.
you know, playing the game, when I do go off to Riften, you know, I go up into the Dragon Reach and get the unusual gem, and you know, collecting the stones are, you know, one of my main focus early in the games as well. So we're back. You know, I didn't show all the trip back up here, but the point is we're back here, and you can see that the skeleton is gone. So like I was saying, this is only good for a one-time thing. So hang up here as long as you like to get as many books as you want, but you know, use some of the tips I mentioned as far as that. One guy did mention about bringing a horse up here, and it is true, but you know, you can't tie him off anywhere. And when I got done, he was gone. So what I did is I just kept going back and forth. Now, right up here in the Drunken Huntsman, you can hire her as a follower, and maybe she can do that, but you know, that costs you 500 as well. But that's the books of Oblivion. Use this information as you will. Double A Gamer for life.